Prabowo Subianto of the Republic of Indonesia reached a political agreement on the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. President, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you. Dear Mr. President, it's a great pleasure to welcome you here in the Berlin in Brussels. This is our first meeting here in Brussels and hopefully one of many to come, because Europe and Indonesia have a lot in common. We are both vibrant and diverse democracies. As a matter of fact, we found out that Indonesia's national motto is unity in diversity. One of our core sentences in the European Union is united in diversity. So we share common values and ambitions. For example, we are both committed to a clean energy transition that leaves no one behind. And I'm so glad that our Just Energy Transition Partnership is a success. In common, we are both vibrant and diverse democracies. As a matter of fact, we found out that Indonesia's national motto is unity in diversity. One of our core sentences in the European Union is united in diversity. So we share common values and ambitions. For example, we are both committed to a clean energy transition that leaves no one behind. And I'm so glad that our Just Energy Transition Partnership is a success. Mr. President, we're living in turbulent times, and when economic uncertainty meets geopolitical volatility, partners like us must come closer together. So today we're taking a big step forward in this partnership, and we're doing so in three key areas. The first is trade. I am very pleased to report that we have just reached a political agreement on an ambitious free trade agreement. It's a comprehensive economic partnership agreement. We call it SEPA. After 10 years of negotiations, we have achieved a breakthrough. So, Mr. President, I want to thank you for your leadership. Together, we are sending a strong message about the importance of predictable, long-term partnerships. Partnerships that are built on trust, reciprocity, transparency, and shared values. This new trade agreement will bring great opportunities to both our people. Indonesia is one of the largest economies in the world, with a GDP of 1.2 trillion euros. It is a leading supplier of goods that are vital for the digital and green transition, and it represents a growing market of over 287 million people. Together, we represent a market of 730 million people. Indonesia is also the ASEAN country with the largest economy, but today it is only the European Union's fifth trade partner in the region and the European Union's fifth largest recipient of foreign direct investment among the ASEAN countries. So there's a lot of untapped potential in our trade relationship, and therefore this agreement comes at the right time, because the new agreement will open new markets. It will create more opportunities in key industries. Business active in agriculture, in automotive, and in services will massively benefit from it. This agreement will also help strengthen the supply chains of critical raw materials that we need to power the clean and the digital transition. We want not only a secure supply, but we want responsible supply. This we have in common. That means respect for the environment, respect for the local communities, and a clear focus on good jobs and local value creation. This is the European way of doing business, and you can count on us. My second point is on geopolitics and security. In times of global challenges like these, partners must strengthen their ties. Europe and Indonesia share a deep commitment to peace, to stability, and a rules-based international order. So today we discussed raising our relationship to a level of a strategic partnership. This would mean implement the important work we are doing together as part of the EU-ASEAN relations. So we've launched the discussion, and I sincerely hope we'll reach this important milestone together. My third and last point is on the connection between our people. They should be the first to benefit from our stronger ties. So I'm pleased to announce that the European Commission has adopted a decision on a visa cascade. It means that from now on, Indonesian nationals visiting the European Union for a second time will be eligible for multi-entry Schengen visa. This will make it easier to visit, but also to invest, to study, and to connect. In short, we're building a bridge between our societies. Mr. President, thank you again for coming. The message we send today is powerful and clear. In hard times, some turn inwards towards isolation and fragmentation. Europe and Indonesia are choosing a different path, one of openness, partnership, and shared opportunities. Now I look forward to swiftly concluding the free trade agreement. You are always welcome here, and you can count on Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Madam President Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it's a great honor for me to be here, to be received by the European Commission, and I would like once again to apologize for visiting you on a Sunday. I know this is a very out of the ordinary, so this is a really great honor that you give me, and also a great sacrifice. But I think this also shows the importance that we attach to the relationship between Indonesia and the European Union. I would like to say that today we have achieved a breakthrough. After 10 years of negotiations, we have concluded the agreement to have a comprehensive economic partnership agreement, which basically is a free trade agreement. We have achieved many agreements, basically that we will accommodate each other's economic interests, and we find them basically mutually symbiotic. Europe is a leader in science, technology, finance. We have critical resources. So the partnership between Europe and Indonesia, Indonesia also being a large part of ASEAN, I think this will be very important contribution to economic and geopolitical stability in the world. We consider Europe to be very important for us. That's why we would like to see more European presence and more European participation in our economy. And I'm very happy to see our respective ministers and commissioners achieving, I would say, strategic breakthroughs. So that basically we have no item of disagreement between EU and Indonesia, right? That's basically the conclusion that we have today. So I'm very happy. I think in this era of instability or confusion, I think we are setting a right example. Yeah. Once again, please be assured that we in Southeast Asia, especially Indonesia, we really consider Europe to be very important in providing global stability. Europe is still, in our opinion, a leader in many aspects of modern life, we still look towards Europe. Maybe not many of us would like to admit it openly, but I am here, I admit openly, we would like to see a stronger Europe, and we want to work with Europe. So I think basically that is what I would like to say, and I hope when we implement these agreements, we can sign the implementation agreement, if possible, here in Brussels again. That gives me another chance to visit Brussels. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. This is a happy day for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Madam,
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to both. We will now be ready to take a couple of questions given the interest in these matters. Christian, you have the floor first.
Thanks a lot. Christian Feld, ARD German Television. It's a question to President von der Leyen on President Trump's letter. Tomorrow, the first set of countermeasures will kick in that were suspended. Of course, you have to synchronize with the member states, but what is the Commission's position on that? Keep them suspended until August or let them come into effect? Thanks a lot.
Yes, indeed, the United States have sent us a letter with measures that would come into effect unless there is a negotiated solution. So we will therefore also extend the suspension of our countermeasures till early August. And at the same time, we will continue to prepare further countermeasures so we are fully prepared. Very important in this is always the second and the third element. The second element is to diversify our trade relationships. So this big and important political agreement on a free trade agreement with Indonesia is today a huge milestone forward and shows that we are looking for new market, open market. And the third element, of course, is working on the single market itself, deepening the single market, because this is our safe harbor.
Thank you. President, you want to add? No? Then we will take a second question. Francesca.
Madam President, Francesca Basso, Corriere della Sera. You received the letter from US. You always choose the dialogue as a strategy, but apparently is not paying off. So what is your reaction to this letter that has some strong tone? Thank you.
So we have, as you know, a two-track approach. That's very important. We have always been very clear that we prefer a negotiated solution. This remains the case, and we will use the time that we have now till the 1st of August. And on the second track, since the very beginning, we have worked and now are ready to respond with countermeasures. We've prepared for this, and we can respond with countermeasures if necessary. So this two-track approach pays off because we are prepared.
Thank you very much. I think we have taken our couple of questions.
There's another hand I see.
Yeah, you want to?
You want to ask to me or not?
Yes. Ask, please, Mr. President.
Please don't ask a hard question.
Thank you. Yes, I guess I would love to ask two questions, actually, a sort of double-barrel question. One starting with you. I wonder, you talked a little bit about the fact that you still look to Europe as a leader in the world. I wonder if you see it as something that could replace the United States and as something that could sort of fill in the gaps that the United States is leaving as it pulls back. And then President von der Leyen, I wonder if the ACI, the anti-coercion instrument, is on the table as you consider preparing further countermeasures?
No, I think United States will be always a very important leader in the world, but I consider Europe to be also very important factor in the world civilization. The history of Europe, Europe is in the leading edge of many science, technology, etc. And Europe is always leading the world in upholding democratic values, human rights, etc. So we consider Europe still a very important factor, and we would like to see a very strong Europe. This I think, is part of this, the world architecture of let us say, multipolar and powers that will contribute to peace and stability. Because the planet is getting smaller. So, everything now is interconnected, and climate change is a fact of life. Environmental impact of industrialization is a fact of life. So, the planet getting smaller. We need a strong powers that contribute to peace and stability, and we consider Europe to be very important. Yes.
On your question, as you know, we have prepared and agreed on a first list of countermeasures. We have developed a second potential list of countermeasures that is by now agreed to, and the ACI is created for extraordinary situations. We are not there yet. This is very important. This is now the time for negotiations, but this also shows we are prepared for all eventual scenarios. So, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Madam.
Again, thank you very much. Very glad about
Once
that.
again, I apologize, Sunday.
No.
I apologize to all of you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Have a nice afternoon. Goodbye.
Bye.